And good evening from the Family Sports Center. This is Colorado 5A High School Hockey. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. I got to catch myself. And we are glad to be back here. We're at the Hamilton rink where we have the Valor Christian Eagles versus the Chaparral Wolverines. Valor comes dressed in their dark, menacing, dark blue jerseys and breezers and helmets trimmed out in white and a little bit of silver in there. And opposite them is the Chaparral Wolverines, who are dressed in their home whites with the C on the crest of the jersey with a blue band and blue breezers as well. And we will have I believe, the singing of the national anthem. And I should say that I believe we've got the starting lineups out there to be announced as well. So Logan Buchanan, number 8 at left wing. Evan Payos, number 9 at center. And Blake Rollison, number 21, takes that right wing position. On defense, it's Carson Lloyd, number 2, the junior, and Jake McCall, number 25, the senior. In goal is Jace Ruth, number 31. He's backed up by number 1, Cooper Robinson. And they're doing the announcements right now, and there is Carson Lloyd. And Logan Buchanan. Logan Buchanan has a goal thus far this year. And there is Evan Payos, who has 4 goals in the 4 games that they have played, and Blake Rollison, who has a couple of goals. And Jake McCall, the senior, number 25, and the captain. And Jake's got a goal thus far this year. And there is Jace Ruth coming out to the blue line. And we're going to have the starting lineup for the Chaparral Wolverines and the home crowd, with perhaps a bit of an advantage here, at least on the public address announce. And in goal is going to be number 29. This is Ryan Burke. Ryan Burke is backed up by Evan McCain. And number 4 is Blake Neal. He's a defenseman. And they're going to have number 27, John Connolly, out there as well. Seems like they might be mixing up the line a little bit. There is Colin McCready. Colin McCready, one of the leading goal scorers in the league right now. He has 7 goals, and I should say overall points. He has 7 goals and 8 assists. So he's one of the leaders. And number 18 is Dylan Leonard. Dylan Leonard comes in with 4 goals. And rounding out their starting lineup is going to be number 28. That is Landon Shea. So the rest of the Chaparral Wolverines are out to the blue line. And we're going to remove our caps and have the singing of the national anthem. And it's a great night for Friday night hockey. And you look at the Valor Eagles, I want to point out that during the national anthem, they do not move, which is so nice to see. They are at attention, and they're not shuffling their feet or twirling their sticks. That is a great respect that I very much appreciate. So nice job from the top down for the Valor Christian Eagles on that one. This is a big game between these two teams. Chaparral comes in with a 6-0 heady record, and they currently lead this South Division. They come in with a 6-0, but they also have 2 games in hand. So Valor comes in undefeated as well, at least in the South Division. They had 1 game against Regis Jesuit, but Regis Jesuit is in the Metro Division. So Valor comes in with a 4-0 mark as well, with 2 games in hand. So here we go. We're ready to go. The top line is out there, so Payos will take the face-off. And the puck is picked back up, and weaving his way through is the defenseman John Connolly. Hands it off left-hand side, first shot of the game, and Ruth makes the low save and makes an easy one there at that. Puck is poked back into the Valor end, and Payos goes back. He gets upended by a forechecking Leonard over on the far side. Buchanan picks it up and moves it down the wall to McCall. McCall moves it back up to Rollison. Rollison tries to get it off this right wing boards, has it taken off of him, and it was picked up, and you saw Shea, and he's dangerous. Shea almost had a open look at Ruth's cage. Back to the near end. Valor works it into Chaparral's end, and digging away there is that top line. Rollison on the top side. Payos can't come up with the puck, and the fluttering puck comes back out to center, where it's picked right back up by Kaiser. Ryan Kaiser dumps it into the near side. Glancing over his shoulder is Blake Neal. Neal jams it up the boards, and it makes its way up to center, where Kaiser picks it back up in stride. He moves it back over to the left-hand side, and the bouncing puck comes back to center, and a big hit. Game's first hit. And Paulo picks it back up. Paulo goes into the corner. That was Blake Neal who stepped in. Fekete sweeps in, looks to pick up that puck. It comes back out to center and moved right back towards the Chaparral line by Owen. Chaparral rims it around. It gets past Ruth, and coming up with the puck over on the near side is Mundell. Mundell looking for an outlet, looks up high, and it ricochets off of Zayer's stick, and now being able to get that puck up and back out to center. The puck bounces back over Brandhorst's stick, and laying a big check was Kaiser. Meanwhile, Ruth Jace lends a hand down on the backside, and this puck is hoisted into the girders for the game's first whistle. We're at the 15:08 mark of this 17-minute first period, 0-0 thus far. Jace Ruth has come up with the game's first save, and face-off is in the Eagles' end. Tumbling there was Majewski. That's Jack Majewski. His brother Cooper will be on this next line. He's number 22 tonight. Puck is poked back into the slot area, and moving it back up is Trey Digby. Digby has it go off his skate, ricochets, continues to press, and the puck is moved right back into the Eagles' end. Chasing it is Mirror. Mirror on a backhand is able to get it over to Majewski. Majewski taps it back to Mirror, and Mirror moves it back over to Digby. Digby down the right-hand side. He's got a man on the cross side, and stabbing that puck down was Jack Majewski. He'll go for a line change. Meanwhile, Walsh continues to pressure with a backup from Digby. Digby lays a check. Puck is moved back over to the wall and back out to center. McCall settles. Digby holds, and now he puts it in, and the puck rolls back behind Burke's cage. Goes back over to the right-hand side, held up on the right wing boards, and it's hoisted back to center and held up as Lloyd took his man out. That was Luke. Puck comes back in, and on a backhander attempt, it was poked off his stick nicely by McCall. Sweeping in is McConnell. McConnell moves it up the boards, but stepping in from the deep position is Chaparral, and the puck ricochets back to the Chaparral line. Leonard, cross-ice feed, and a quick touch pass is picked back up by McCready, the leading scorer over on the right-hand side. Back to McCready, but a nice play by McConnell, who disrupts the centering feed. Puck is jammed up the boards, comes back up to the point. Here's the shot, and a tip play almost caught a piece of Ruth, but he makes the save. It goes beyond him. Coming up quickly is Majewski. Majewski has a bounce off his stick, but a 50-50 battle, and he shoves Leonard off the puck. The puck goes over to the far side. Poole queued up, but not out. Holding on there is Majewski. Majewski joins the fray along with McConnell. He jams at it. Puck is picked back up, and a shot dead on. Ruth makes the save. The big rebound comes over to the top side, and it's put right back down. Chaparral right now controlling territorially. Stepping in is number 3, that's Zaire, one of the top 2 defensemen on this squad. Here's a shot right in tight, and Ruth makes the save, and he denies Leonard a goal. Leonard found himself in the low slot with the puck, and the right-handed shot was handled by Ruth. Mark that one down. That's a big save, and that comes here at the 12:54 mark of this first period. Top line out there again for Gwozdecki. And the puck goes back, picked up by Owen. Owen scales it off the boards, and picking it back up is the defenseman, number 4, Blake Neal. Neal moves it up to the blue line, goes off of a shin pad, and comes right back in with Payos. Payos loses it momentarily, gathers it up, and takes a shot. It goes off the side of the cage and ricochets down to the left wing boards. The captain tries to move it out. That's Mundell. He gets tied up. Rollison weaves through. Forced wide, tripped up. We got the game's first call coming, and we might have the second. Yes, as Owen, the defenseman, was down low and laid a man out, but I think it's just the one call. So Valor will go on the power play, and it's a tripping call on the defenseman. That is Dylan Zaire, and it's good to take Zaire off. Zaire is one of the top defensemen for this Chaparral team. And so the top line will get the first shot at the power play. It's Payos taking the face-off. He's got Rollison in the slot, Buchanan on the wall, and back behind him is Kaiser and McCall also manning the left-hand side of the blue line. And it's fished back out by Kaiser, the defenseman. Finds McCall. McCall sweeps it to the blank boards over on the far side. Picked up by Rollison. Rollison curls away from traffic and leaves it there, but the soft pass is tipped back out to center, and Valor will have to re-enter. Back over to Payos. Payos thinks about it. Now he'll take it in. Has it tipped off his stick, but Rollison rescues the puck and holds it there up against the boards. Tries to move it down. He's got help with Payos down low. Payos overskates there. Buchanan's there. It's swept up to the far side boards, and McCall tips it back over to Payos. Top of the circle. Shot wires one. Payos buries it. And we have a 1-0 game and a power play goal for the Valor Eagles. Payos nicely picks up that puck off the wall, top of the circle, and he was unabated there, and he's able to go just over the right stick side of Burke. And Burke gives up the goal, and here's the replay from the backside. You see Burke settling up, and now he squares up. And here comes Payos up and over, and he finds it above his stick side. 1-0.
Eagles goal scored by number 9, Evan Payos. Assisted by number 25, Jake Brown. Payos scored at 11:39 of power play goal.
And so Payos gets the power play goal. And interestingly, for Valor has really not scored a lot of power play goals this year. And we'll come up with that in just a second. Their power play goals, they have one power play goal in those 4 games. So a bit of a drought there, and it's good to break it, especially against a big opponent like this with Chaparral. Puck is deadened at the point of the Mundell shot. Puck has moved back over to the far side. Price has it. He's got Fecati in front. Paolo picks it up, and he can't get it in deep. It's scaled off the glass. And hustling back is Owen. He gets a little bit of help there from Ruth. Back over to Owen. Owen sweeps it hard off the boards, and the hot pass is picked back off by the defenseman, number 27. His shot, here's a giveaway, and here's a shot right in front, and again, Jace Ruth comes up big. That's twice, and this time he denies Jackson Brandhorst. Number 6, Brandhorst came in, and the puck was fed right over to him. He was all alone. And Jace Ruth is living right now. He has come up big and denied Chaparral a couple of goals here. Face-off will be taken by Dylan Leonard, and it's swept over to the near side. Rolison can't get to it. Swept up near the boards. Leonard's got it. Poked off his stick by Buchanan. Puck is swept over to the far side. Sweeping shot, but it's blocked in tight there by number 10, Jeremy Muir. Meanwhile, Payos heading the pack the other way. Has it tipped off as he tried to attempt to pass over to Buchanan. Puck comes back over. McCall gets tied up. Puck has moved off the wall, and sweeping in to keep that puck alive is 28, Shea. Shea, the big forward, number 28, also has, thus far, he has 7 goals, and this shot, it's tipped in, but it's with a high stick. And so we'll take another look at that one as well if we've got it. And there it is on the far side. We'll see if we've got the back camera. And the puck is tipped and down, perhaps. The referees are having another look at it as it was tipped in there by, I believe that was on the captain's side. These jerseys are not easy to read on Chaparral's side. They've got a blue band, and it is deemed tipped in with a high stick. Great camera work by Mike Shaw on that. And it is close. I don't disagree. So, but we're the visitors' feed here. So that was tipped with a high stick. Buchanan off the face-off. It's jammed over to the right-hand boards. Held in tightly by Lloyd. Lloyd hoists it back in. And chasing it back is Neal, the defenseman. He'll work it back up the right wing boards. He has an opportunity there as Shea tips it back. And Leonard gives it up. Back over to Rolison. His shot was dead and never got through. Picks it up on his backhand. Comes around to the near side. Sweeps it back for Payos. It's chopped off his stick by Neal. Rolison has it again. And a little chop shot. That one gets deflected. Doesn't get through. Lloyd holds the puck at the line, but it's tipped away, and here comes the Wolverines down the right-hand side. Shot, another save, a second opportunity as Shea is denied, as is McCready. McCready came in, Leonard came in after Shea, and not one but 2 shots. This Chaparral team has some speed, but thus far, Jace Ruth has stood tall, and that was 2 saves that he made. He is the difference maker right now with 9:39 to remaining in this first period, and Valor leading 1-0. Chaparral has had a number of good opportunities. Here comes Paolo down the right-hand side with some speed. He's sized up, and he takes the shot from the sideboards, and it's handled by Burke as he caught it up high. You saw the speed there of Caleb Paolo. Paolo's got 5 goals in this campaign. And back to Fekete, wins the draw. Back over to McCall. McCall's shot is deflected over in the far side corner. Picked back up by Langerman. Langerman moves it back out to center, and coming up with it is McCall. McCall's shot is deflected by another McCall, number 25. A couple of them out there. Don't get confused. Price has the puck at center ice. He's sized up by McNamee. Works his way back over to the far side. It's jammed up the boards, and the puck is brought right back out to center. Little drop pass, picked back up. Hardy moves it back over to the right-hand side. Langerman is bodied up, but maintains control. Paolo comes in, delivers a check, and the puck sneaks back out to center where Price ties him up. Meanwhile, puck is picked right back up by Hardy. He'll dump, go for a line change. And behind the cage, having some trouble with the puck, and the net comes off the moorings, and Mundell stole the puck from Jace Ruth. He steals the puck as you see it on the replay. He comes in, Ruth doesn't realize it's him, and he steals the puck, but coming back in hard is the defenseman, and that dislodges the net and stops the play. So the face-off to the left-hand side, it'll be Jack Majewski, the junior, taking the draw, and it goes back over to the sideboards. The defenseman, Owen, works it, finds Jamison Charles. Jamison Charles tries to move it back over to Digby. Digby gets tied up, and Majewski's there, and the puck is hoisted back out to center. Chasing it down is Connolly, the defenseman. Connolly gets it back out to center ice, settled there by Brandhorst. Brandhorst looks for an outlet. He'll dump it in near side, and it rolls around the dasher board on the far side. Chopped at, picked back up, and can Digby get to it? Gets to the defenseman first, held up there by Connolly, and puck man is taken off of it. The bouncing puck goes back over to the far side. Charles sweeps it over to the near side, and we've got a penalty, and this one is going to be on Valor. So Chaparral gets their first power play of the game, and it comes at the 8:04 mark. And going to the box is number 14, Walsh. So Walsh takes the game's first penalty for Valor. Walsh at 8:04. And the hooking is the call. So Owen Walsh is in the box, and we'll see if Valor can do what Chaparral couldn't. Here's the long pass. It's Payos. Payos comes in, and a big save by Berg as he got a piece of it, and that puck deflected high. Payos was all alone, and that was a long pass from just below the goal line on the Valor side, and a nice play there by Kaiser, who finds him. Puck comes back over to the near side. Connolly is pressured by Payos, delivers it back over to the wall. Picked back up by Shea. He's hassled, and then again Payos comes away with the puck. Tries to work past one, but Shea gathers it in after Connolly disrupted Shea's rush, or Payos' rush. Here comes Shea. Shea runs into a freight train and gives it up there as McCall got a piece of him. Price comes away with it, and Price is able to get it the length of the ice. Rolison on the big forecheck gets down, but has it chopped off his stick by Connolly. Connolly sets up behind the cage with 50 seconds remaining in the power play, and sweeping back is Youngkin, number 5. Youngkin churning the skates over on the far side, works his way to the middle, and he suffers the same fate as did Shea coming into the Valor Eagles territory. And again, here goes Lagerman. Let's see if more speed can come up. Lagerman this time drops it back for Neal, who moves it back over to the near side. Coming up with it is McCall. McCall delivers it just outside of the line. Skating it in is Brandhorst. Brandhorst tumbled there, gets some help from Youngkin. And Youngkin works it back up the wall. Back over to Youngkin. Youngkin thinking about it. Go back over to Neal. His shot is ricocheted and comes back over in a big swing there by Charles. Jamison Charles can't get it out. Puck is tipped there, but it bounces back over the line. And not being able to touch it there because of a high stick and giving up. The power play had expired, so no power play time was realistically lost by Chaparral on that one. So this face-off will come back to the Chaparral end. And Valor is back to full strength, killing off their first penalty of the game. 5:58 remaining in this first period. Valor leads on Payos' power play goal. Majewski takes the face-off. Puck comes back over to the point as Lloyd's shot is right on. Redirected over into the far side. Shuffled up the wall. Lloyd again takes a sharp angle shot. This one is picked off by the defenseman, McNamee. McNamee moves it up the right-hand side where it comes over to Leonard. Leonard's shot, and it's a right pad save by Ruth. Ricochets up the right wing boards, swept back out to center. Majewski's going to beat everyone to it. Moves it back over to the wall, taps it back down. Majewski trying to work it out of the zone, but gets tied up there, can't do so. The bouncing puck is gloved down by Trey Digby. Digby comes up with it, sends it back over, picked up by Majewski. And back in, puck comes back over, hops over the stick of McConnell, and swept right back in by Kaiser. The Chaparral defense is stingy and has some good sticks. They don't allow Valor to get it in deep here, and they keep the pressure on. That's McCready who's pressuring McCall. McCall tips it all, gets it all the way down to Ben Larson, who tips it on goal and goes for a skate down into the corner, loses an edge. Puck comes back over to the right-hand side, and it's swept past Kaiser the length of the ice. Rolling puck is deemed an icing, and we've got a face-off to our right-hand side, deep in Chaparral territory. So with 4:40 remaining in this first period. Valor, with the 1-goal lead, has an offensive zone faceoff, and so the top line is back out there to see if they can take advantage of it. You've got the left stick of Logan Buchanan, and Logan sets up to dig in. He's going against Brandhorst, one of the top defensemen, one of the top 2 lines for the Chaparral line. And quick pass right over to McCall. It gets tipped away at the last second, but Buchanan opportunistically comes in. His centering feed is knifed off his stick, and the sweeping puck is put right back in by Kaiser. Rolison is there, but Chaparral has time. It's Zaire. Zaire moves it up the glass line over on the near side off McCall's boot and tracked right back down by Youngkin. Youngkin moves it back over to the right-hand side where Neal, the defenseman, puts it right in, and Ruth holds it there as pressure was coming from Mundell. So with 4:10 remaining in this first period, Fekete's line comes out, and he's matched up with McCall on the opposite side. Taking the face-off is Owen Hardy for Chaparral versus Fekete. Puck is stuck on the dot, sweeping in nicely is Price. Price's pass to Paolo, and Paolo pressuring again. Coming back with the puck is Luke McCall, the left wing. Puck is moved all the way back down, and we've got another icing call. And now Chaparral's passes are missing the mark a bit. And a couple of consecutive icing calls on Chaparral. So Fekete, who is a right-handed stick, as he has Charles sitting back behind him. Puck is dragged down by Price, but it's taken off his stick. Moved back over to McCall, and McCall resets and will take it in, and he'll dump it in and do the chasing himself as he's on the backside there of Owen. Aiden Owen, the solid defenseman, sophomore defenseman for the Valor Eagles. Owen pushes his man. Puck comes back over, and right on the line, it's held in. Blocker save there on Valencia's drive. Puck comes back over to the right-hand side. It's fed through nicely, back through to center. Fekete stick handles down into the corner, chops at it as he's able to send it over to Charles. Charles cross-ice feed over to Price. Quick snapshot right on target, and Price picks it back up, takes another shot. This one comes back to Charles. Charles' shot is deadened, and off to the races. Here comes McCready. McCready's got a man on the far side, but he overskates it. He had Langerman over on the far side. Now he tries to find him. It's tipped off his stick, and Jameson gets there. McCready sweeps back in, steals the puck. Langerman is still waiting for that pass, and this time McCready has it picked off by Fekete, who will ice it in relief. So McCready shows why he's one of the top goal scorers with 7 goals this season for this Chaparral team. And he's got a dangerous line out there as he has Connolly, or excuse me, he has Landon Shea, who also has 7 goals. And then between them is Dylan Leonard, who has 4 goals. So this top line is thrown out there by the home team, and they're going up against the top line here for Valor. Payos picks it back up. He intended target was Rolison. Puck comes back over to the far right-hand side, and it's number 24 dragging it in, just missing it there. That was 28, excuse me, Shea. Those numbers on the back of their jerseys are tough to read. Puck goes up, shot. That was deflected over into the corners by Ruth, I should say, who makes the save. Puck comes back over to McCready. McCready looking back behind him for Shea. Puck comes back up to the line, held in there, moved back over to the right-hand side. It's McCready with the shot and another save. And trying to jam it in on the far side was Shea, Landon Shea. And as I said, that line has been solid, and they've been a handful. They go off as well as Valor's top line. And so Majewski off the faceoff, and sweeping in is Walsh. Walsh gets tied up, can't advance it much past center. And coming right back is John Connolly. Connolly has it glanced off his stick as Connolly picks it back up and sets up, sees some daylight. He'll take the ice and the line. Drop pass there. Back up by Owen. And Owen over on the far side feeds it up the boards. Walsh is there, and he's able to get it out to center. Majewski tries to poke it. Walsh comes back in, and the puck is swept back by Mundell. Mundell finds over on the right in the side, and the shot, not one, but two saves. One was high, right off the glove. It's right in front of Ruth's pads, and Ruth moves it back over to the far side, and here comes again another icing call. And this time Owen makes the smart play and gives the Valor Eagles another opportunity here to settle things down. Stepping in is McCready's line one more time. So McCready's line, along with Leonard, is getting double shifted, and they have the last change of the game. So for Coach Ryan Finnefrock, he can pick his spots. Fekete's line out there, and right off the faceoff, Fekete wins it into the corner. Jamison Charles moves it back over to Fekete. Can't get it up and out as the line was held by Zaire. Now the puck comes out. Zaire slaps it in, but not deep. And Chaparral has to tag up as Zaire moves the puck back over to Neal on the far right-hand side. Neal has time at the Wolverines' blue line. He'll dump it in, puts it right on target. Ruth makes the save, and the puck comes back over to the right-hand side. Touched up there. Paolo is able to move it back over, and a touch play. Here comes Fekete. Fekete is tied up by one man, and he can't get the pass through as the intended target over on the far side was Price. Sweeping back in is number 8, McCready, and the puck is scaled off the glass and back to the Valor line. Quickly, cross-ice diagonal play back over to Price. Price holds up at the dot, takes another snapshot. This one goes wide. Comes up the right-hand side, and the high shot. It was a headhunter jumping up there with Zaire. The loose puck in the slot. McCall comes in. McCall picks it back up, but he's pressured there, and he has it stripped off his stick. And as the buzzer sounds, Leonard flips it back up. After one, Valor leads 1-0. We'll have an ice make, and we'll be back for the second period. This is Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on the Shaw Hockey Productions. And we are back for the second period between Valor and Chaparral. Got 17 minutes on the board with Valor leading 1-0 on Payos' goal. You look at Valor's record right now at 4-0 with 2 of those wins versus Lewis Palmer. And that was outscoring Lewis Palmer 21-1 in those 2 games. So this is a good test for this Valor squad as Chaparral comes in with a 6-0 record. But they also have played probably some less than competitive games against some of the same opponents, including Lewis Palmer. Picking up the puck here deep, and here's a quick shot. There's McCready. This is that top line. I was talking to folks in between the period about this line. McCready as well as Shea and Leonard out there for right now for Chaparral. And McCready comes up with it. McCall picks off the pass, and he's taken down into the corner as he loses an edge. Could have been a little bit of stick there. No call. Puck comes back over to the near side. And here's the shot. It makes its way all the way through. As puck is battled for in the near side corner. And there is Shea, the big power forward. And Shea whips it right in the middle for McCready, and that shot just goes up over the outstretched glove of Jace Ruth. We're squared away, and there's a line change there for that Chaparral line. Meanwhile, Payos picks up the puck, and he sweeps it cross ice, looking for Buchanan. Buchanan's at the end of a shift. Rollison stays on to apply some pressure, and coming out with it is Zaire. Zaire moves it up the wall, back over to Youngkin. Youngkin avoids the the hip check there from Kaiser. And the puck comes back up to the left-hand side. It's Kaiser, the defenseman. Kaiser takes a sharp angle shot. This one whistles all the way to the point. Kaiser back down low, picks it back up and pulls away. He's got Owen up high. He tucks it back down below, and Paolo comes up with it. Paolo jams it off the boards, but holding it there. He's able to get it back up to the point. Kaiser from the point, from just above the top of the circle, right in front, and it's jammed on as Fekete almost got a stick and almost put it right past Burke. Puck in front of the bench boards of George Gwozdecki, and it's dumped in. Kaiser will go off on a line change as he's replaced there by Muir. Muir with the puck tips it aside and takes the line. Muir loses an edge himself, and it's poked back free. And it's going to be a 1-on-2 as coming in is down the right-hand side. Looking for the top half of the corner was McCready. And McCready couldn't bury it. And the puck comes back over. Here comes Charles. And right in front, the loose puck and trying to sweep in. In came Digby. And Digby just about got a piece of that as he had an open look at the net on that rebound. It swept back to the line and back to Valor's end. This is going to go not for icing. And again, Ruth Jace gets tied up there with a on-rushing Wolverine. Puck comes over to the left-hand side. Deflected off of Digby's stick and into the corner. Digby goes for a check as he puts his man into the boards, and the puck is swept over to the near side. Jeremy Muir getting there first, but the puck goes all the way up to the defenseman, and McNamee puts it right back in. Right now, Wolverines are controlling the puck in Valor's end. Sweeping out is Digby, but he can't chase it all the way down as he gets beaten to the puck there by Purcell. That's Parker Purcell. His brother Zach Purcell right now plays for the Lone Star Brahmas in Texas. Puck comes back up and back out of the Valor zone, and Valor's got an opportunity with McCall jumping in from the defensive line, and this one goes up and over the glove of Burke. And with time is Carson Lloyd as the whistle is blown for the icing. So looking at lines here. Here is the fourth line out there right now for Coach Gwozdecki, as he has Cooper Majewski, Mason McConnell, and Ben Larson out there. Larson in the slot area. McConnell will take the faceoff. It's backed up by that top line of defensemen, Lloyd and McCall. Puck goes back over to the far side. Larson has it, tries to put it into the corner. Chaparral comes away with it, and the puck is flipped back out to center. Lloyd beats his man. That's Luke to the puck. Touched up. Sweeping in is Cooper Majewski. Majewski drives the puck down into the corner. He's shouldered off of it. Swept back up by Leonard. Leonard moves it off the wall, and the puck comes back out to McCall. Kaiser from the red line whistles one in, and it rims around over to the far side. Stepping in is Ben Larson. Larson gets some support there from Majewski, Cooper Majewski. And McConnell down low, Owen up high. Puck's swept up, and nice glove down by Kaiser. Kaiser keeps it alive, but only momentarily. An errant pass finds the stick of Aiden Owen. Owen back behind the cage, jams it off the boards, and the hot pass comes back out to center where it's settled by Zaire. Zaire finds defenseman Connolly, and Connolly wraps it around the boards over to the far side. Top line out there now for Chaparral, as lurking is number 8. There's McCready. Puck is freed, but not deep. Sweeping in is Leonard. Leonard has it stripped off his stick nicely by Kaiser. And the back pass at center ice can't be caught up to. There's Rollison battling for it. And the puck is poked free, comes back over as it waffles to the sideboards. Picked back up, and a blocker save by Ruth as he puts it over into the far side. Half boards all alone right in front, and a backhand opportunity and another save. Here comes another shot from the left-hand side. Hit a body in front, never got through. Rollison has it as he's pinned up against the boards by Leonard. And the clearing pass ricochets off a boot and goes the length of the ice. Good end-to-end action, and again that top line getting shots in on Ruth, and Ruth making the big save, keeping it 1-0 in favor of Valor here with 10:59 remaining in this second period. Puck comes over to the near side. Buchanan seals the wall as Kaiser digs it out and pries it free back down below the line. Puck pokes free, and Buchanan sweeps it back out to center. Here's a shot, hit a body. It's Kaiser with it. Kaiser guides it back over, but picked back up by Zaire, the defenseman. Jumping on to the bench there was Payos. As approaching was Buchanan. Buchanan would have been able to bring it into the zone as Payos had jumped off the boards. Back to the live action. Puck comes up high slot, chipped up right in front. Kaiser again comes in with a backhander and sweeps it back out to center. Picked back up by Connolly. Connolly moves it over to the right-hand side where it's dumped in by Neal. Puck comes back over to the right-hand side, but Valor can't control. Sweeping back past to Neal. Neal holds. He finds a man over on the far side. It's Mundell who puts it up and out of play. 10:07 remaining in this second period. 1-0 Valor leading over Chaparral. We talked about Chaparral's play here. Chaparral also played Lewis Palmer a couple of times and has outscored them 14-2. They played him in a couple of the first 2 games. And as we said, Valor has 2 games in hand on Chaparral. So Valor's just got to keep winning here. Here comes Digby. Fans on the shot. Toe save shot. Goal on the far side where it's poked in. And I believe that is number 14, Owen Walsh, who got the goal, and it is as he emerges from the pile. So Walsh gets the rebound. Digby will get the assist as he took that initial shot that ricocheted over to the far side, and Walsh gets the goal here at the 9:50 mark of this second period. So Walsh from Digby making it 2-0 Valor. And you look at these 2 squads, and Chaparral has scored 41 goals versus 8 against. They have a plus 33 goal scoring. Here's a shot quickly back to the live action, gets deflected and up and into the netting. And meanwhile, you look at Valor. Valor has scored 31 goals to 3 against. So Chaparral has those 2 extra games in hand. But it is similar. These 2 teams have been dominating, so this is a collision that something had to give here. And Valor thus far with the 2 goals to start things out have the advantage with 9:41 remaining in this second period. Puck is bounced off the sideboards. Picked back up and moved up, and here goes Payos. Payos has a jump. Payos backhand feed. Shot just goes up and over as Rollison. It was rolling a bit on Rollison, and his shot goes up and over the cage. Buchanan tries to shovel it towards the net, and it gets sent back to Valor's end. And holding up his hand was Jace Ruth, but he doesn't get the icing call, and Valor's got the breakout instead, and it's a 2-on-2. Rollison forced wide. Rollison's got Payos, and the shot again, a shoulder save this time by Ryan Burke as he shrugs it off, and it goes up into the netting up on the far right-hand side. So a couple of opportunities there in a 2-on-2 with Rollison and Payos. And there's Fekete out there. Fekete off the faceoff, and it's driven out, and here comes Connolly. Connolly dips the shoulder, and he's put into the end boards, but he maintains possession. It's poked free. Coming away with it is Langerman. Langerman cross-ice feed right through the slot, and racing in there and jumping out. Here comes Paolo. Paolo down the right-hand flank as he's sized up by Valencia. Paolo gets there first, sweeps it back up the wall, back up to the point. Here's the shot, and it was picked off by the defenseman, or by McCall, number 20. Puck is swept over to the near side, and chasing it down is number 27, Connolly. He's able to get a stick on it, but not up and out, as the speedy Paolo is able to get there. And battling forward on the sideboards. Puck comes back out to center. And it's swept over to the far side. Fekete can't get to it, and it's put right back into Valor's end. Ruth sticks it there. Held back up behind by Charles. Charles emerges on the right-hand side as he sends it, and it goes up and into the Chaparral bench for the whistle. Next up for Valor is Doherty, and that is tomorrow at the South Suburban Ice Arena, the new South Suburban, that is. And this faceoff is won by Chaparral. Puck goes back, and the bouncing puck trying to fish it out and coming away with it over on the right-hand side. Out comes Rollison, tipped back by Buchanan. Kaiser sweeps it back over. Owen on the mark to Payos. Payos takes it wide, back behind where he's double teamed there. Puck comes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser loses it there, and jumping on it is Shea. Shea brings it in, and Shea tries to make a backhand forehand move, but he is thwarted by Ruth, as Ruth stood his ground and didn't give him much. And with that big left pad, Ruth makes the save, and you see it on the replay as he swings over. Puck actually hits the side of the cage, but what a nice play as Ruth sealed it off. And Shea, one more time, is denied. And I keep saying it, put another marker on the board. This one comes at the 7:32 mark. So the face-off in the right-hand dot. Stepping in to take this one is Brandhorst. Brandhorst wins it back to the line, and here comes Price. Price has got a break. Price with a head of steam brings it in. Shot goal! Price makes it 3-0. And Price picks up the loose fumbled puck at the blue line and brings it in and buries it. Price had a full lead on this, and he brings it in, and he just fires it past Burke. Burke was left out to dry there. And you'll see it on the replay here as Price brings it in. And with that right-handed stick, he just goes up and over that left pad. Price scores at 7:24. We've got a 3-0 lead. Price unassisted at 7:04. Here we go, back to the live action, and all the momentum now is with Valor with a 3-0 lead at 7:09 remaining in this second period. Valor has all that, and we've got a horse race coming back the other way, and Brandhorst tried to get to it. Charles did. Here's a gut shot held on by Ruth. Makes the save and keeps it a 3-goal lead for Valor. And we've seen breakaways left, breakaways right. And Jace Ruth has been absolutely magnificent this evening. As you see him in the camera angle there. He readies, he's got the big left paw, it's ready to go. And Fekete will take this face off. Puck is down, swept back up to the point, and here's the shot. Again, you could hear the thud as it hits the pads and is banked off the boards by Lloyd. Up but not out. The defenseman McCall comes in, and the captain moves it back over to the right-hand side. Palo tries to sweep it back to the middle. Fekete was there, and McCall gets shouldered off the puck, and coming away with it is McCall, number 20, for Chaparral. Centering feed right in front. Another save as it slides off the stick of Hardy. Hardy didn't get much on it, but Ruth had the bottom of the cage once again covered. But we've got a hooking call, I believe. And this one is going to go on Valor. So Valor gives Chaparral their second power play of the game, and this one comes at the 6:27 mark. And it's going to be Price, who just got that goal, go into the box for two. 6:27 up on the clock, and we'll have a face-off to the right-hand side of Ruth. And stepping in is top line for Valor versus top line over on the far side. And Shea moves it back down, back up high, quickly back over to the right-hand side, and the quick shot there as that was deflected. Dylan Leonard tried to square up. He was on his opposite side, and he needed to square up to get that shot off. He's a right-handed shooter on that right-hand side. The only lefty out there is McCready, the centerman, who will take this face-off, going up against a matching number 8, Buchanan. Puck is down. Buchanan wins it as he touches it back, and it's slid out nicely by Lloyd, who finds a seam. Payos gets tripped up. Backhander shot, goal! Payos gets his second of the game, and this one is a short-handed goal with 1:39 remaining in the power play. Payos, who got a nice tip pass there, and Payos, who was tripped up, and it was a delayed call. And so now Payos has a power play goal and a short-handed goal. And for Evan Payos, that is his 5th and 6th goals of the season. This one comes at the 6:06 mark. And for Coach Finnefrock and Tim Walsh and Dean McCall, it's time to take a face-off and settle the troops as they trail 4-0 to a Valor team that has been opportunistic time and time again. Power plays, shorthanded attempts, breakaways, they've converted all of them. And Chaparral has been left empty-handed, and you got to look at Jace Ruth, and that is a big reason why. If you look at Valor Christian and Ruth, he has a 1 goal against average and a .913 save percentage. And more importantly than save percentages and anything else right now is he has denied Chaparral time and time again on breakaway opportunities where it has been him versus Shea, McCready, Leonard, you name it. He has faced them all, and thus far, he's batting 1,000. He's looking terrific right now. So we are back, and after that timeout, we'll see if Chaparral has settled down a bit. Taking this face-off will be Colin McCready. Tries to win it forward, picked back up by Kaiser, and Kaiser sails it the length of the ice with 1:32 remaining in the power play. Out comes McCready, slides it back over to Leonard, and Leonard, the right-handed stick, takes the line. As he gets past Paolo, he tumbles, and a good no call as the puck rides the shelf line and is chopped back out there by Rollison. Holding it up is Burke. He slings it across as Paolo's putting on good pressure, forcing a difficult breakout on this power play. Offsides? Yes, as number 28, Landon Shea, got tied up with a man and couldn't get it back on sides. So Chaparral has 1:04 remaining in the power play, and they'll have a face-off just outside of the Valor line here on the near side. Landon Shea steps in to take this face-off. He's got Mundell on one side, and there's McCready who slides it back. Puck goes back over to the far side where it's swept in by John Connolly. McCall meets the puck and holds it there, digs in and waits for reinforcements. Puck comes back up to the right-hand side, back over to the far left-hand circle, and it's gloved out by Ruth off of Connolly's shot, and Ruth made that one look easy. As you see him moving over and seeing it through some traffic, as he had a man just to the side of him, but he got a good look at it. Makes the save. Youngkin steps in to take the faceoff, going up against Payos. Payos, and the puck is poked back out to the line. Stepping up, here's the shot pad, right pad save, as it came off the stick of McCall. Puck stepping again off the end boards. Another opportunity, McCall cleans up. Puck comes back out to center, picked back up by Neal. Neal moves it right over to McCall. McCall sweeps it over to Youngkin. Youngkin looks for the outlet, and it goes back over, but the giveaway pass by number 17 is the defenseman, Valencia, and it's picked off by Lloyd and sent the length of the ice. Tying up his man is Payos. Payos almost trips up Langerman, and sweeping out with some speed is Langerman. Langerman takes the line, has a look, shot goal! Langerman scores, making it 4-1, and it is a power play goal with 2 seconds remaining in the power play. Langerman goes coast to coast, and he scores. And that goes as a power play goal. So Price's penalty proves costly, as it's 4-1 as Langerman takes it in and finally solves Ruth on that. This one comes at the 4:29 mark. So Valor would like nothing more to get another goal before the end of the period. Likewise for Chaparral. And let's see if the momentum shifts a little bit as Chaparral is able to get one on the board. 4-1. Here we are late in that second period, and a blind feed right in front, and Ruth dives down, needs some help as the puck squirts free, but the net is off the moorings. There's a lot of snow on the ice towards the end of these periods, and that puck was swept in from behind the cage, and the loose puck, you see Ruth there on the replay diving for it, but the puck had come free to the low slot area and was luckily swept out just as the net came off the moorings. Fekete on the faceoff holds his man up. Puck is moved back over by Jamison Charles over to the near side. Price is met up there as he has some assistance from Muir. Muir back over. Jamison's pass goes hot all the way to the left-hand point. Shot from the top of the circle. Blocker save as Ruth fights that one off. Loose puck right in front. Ruth again is sprawled on his gut, and he somehow finds the puck through the maze of shin pads and sticks out there, and you see him on his belly there searching for the puck, and he finds it as he has Charles kneeling behind him ready to take one for the team. So top line out there versus top line. We've got Leonard going up against Payos. Payos wins this one back. Owen puts it into the corner, continues to battle, chops at it as he's going hard versus Leonard. Puck pokes free as Buchanan tries to stick on it, but it comes back over to Kaiser with some time. Kaiser this time finds Payos. Payos works his way through as he finds himself on the inboards, puck as it's intercepted and swept over to the far side. Payos waiting down low. Another blind pass. This time he was looking for the defenseman Owen, who had snuck in. Buchanan covers Owen's spot. And here comes Shea. Shea finds a man right in front. It's Leonard. Leonard puts a puck in the slot area, but Payos comes back defensively and challenges and takes out McCready. Payos with the puck, slides it back over to the left-hand wing, and Buchanan finds Rollison. Rolison looks for an outlet, and it's the defenseman on the forecheck. That's Kaiser. Ryan Kaiser plants his man, and coming away with it is Buchanan. Buchanan back behind the cage looking for an outlet as he found Majewski. Back to Buchanan. Buchanan's shot sails high, back over Digby's stick, and coming away is number 3 is Zaire. Zaire puts it in deep, and this one is going to be an icing call as Zaire was on the wrong side of the red line. 4-1, Valor leads, 2:26 remaining in the second. And it'll be Jack Majewski's line, Digby and Walsh out there. Walsh on the wall, and Lloyd and McCall sitting up high, and picked back up by Majewski. Majewski stick handling, gets put into the corner by Valencia, and Majewski continues to handle the puck. He works through a couple. Digby's got it. Here comes the shot, and it's a blocker save over to the near side. Walsh drags it up the wall, and the puck comes back out to center where it's tipped aside. Chasing it down is McCall on the backside of another McCall. McCall on McCall. McCall steals it back from McCall, the right McCall. And the puck is set all the way in an icing call. Valor's going to get a offensive zone faceoff to the right-hand side of Ryan Burke. In other games this evening, Regis Jesuit beat Denver East here on this ice just prior, 3-1. I believe was the score. That came just prior. Valor's rival. Puck is gloved down by Buchanan. Comes back out, and Buchanan sends it over to Muir. Muir has it hop his stick, but he recovers nicely. Sends it up to Payos, but was looking for Rolison. Gets past him, and it's swept back out by Zaire. Zaire back out to center, and here comes the transitioning Valor. It's Buchanan centering feed, finds Rolison, and Rolison, he was in tight quarters there. He did his best to get it moving. Puck comes back out, back over to Payos, or Buchanan gets leveled there. He bounces back up because he's a hockey player, and here comes the pass over to the far side as it gets tipped aside. Intended target was Jamison Charles, and back behind the cage as Chaparral wants a penalty. They're not going to get it. Buchanan, it goes off his stick, but he's at the end of a shift. And Jamison Charles stepping in from his deep position. Right now, Paolo is covering the deep position, and it comes back over to Neal. Neal, cross ice feed, and it bounces all the way off the stick of Connolly. And a line change for Chaparral, but only gives momentary relief as hard on the forecheck is Mundell. Bouncing puck, side of the cage, misses, and a wraparound to tap over on the far side as Ruth makes another save. That one was in on Leonard, who was trying that wraparound opportunity. Puck in front of the Chaparral bench is ricochets back over to the near side. Price, bank pass, but it's too hot, and it'll go for icing as Paolo's fast, but he's not that fast. So we look at the top scorers in the league right now, and Colin McCready, Mundell, Jackson Mundell, and Landon Shea are each sitting with 7 goals, top goal scorers, with 7 goals for the Chaparral squad, as they have been pretty balanced. They've got a lot of players that are up at the top there. We'll get to Valor's in just a moment. Puck is swept back up over by Owen. Owen moves it over into the corner. Kaiser continues to pressure his man, and Rolison comes back in defensive support. And there's the buzzer signaling the end of the second period. It is 4-0. In that second period, we entered the period with it 1-0 off of Payos' power play goal. And Walsh gets a goal to make it 2-0. Price has the breakaway to make it 3-0. And then Payos gets the shorthanded goal, making it 4-0. Langerman scores for Chaparral, and that's where we stand after 2 full periods. I'm Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on the Shaw Hockey Productions. And welcome back to the Family Sports Center to this Colorado High School game in the South Conference between Chaparral and between Valor. Chaparral currently leads the South Division with 12 points. They're 6-0 versus Valor's 4-0. But with a couple of games in hand and a head-to-head matchup, Valor will make good strides here, as they'll still have a couple of games in hand after this one. So we talked about some of the top scorers in the league, and Caleb Palo has 5 goals, and now Evan Payos with those 2 now has 6 goals. And Ryder Price has now, he entered the game with 4. He now has 5 goals for this season. So Valor putting up some good numbers as well, and some of the top scorers in the league. We are ready to go in this third and final period, and the puck is down, and it's swung over to the far right-hand side, where McNamee moves it back up the wall, and the bouncing puck is corralled by Payos. He's got a man on him, and it's swept off of him, and quick shot there. It was right on the doorstep as Payos cut in front of the net. And you can see it there as he comes in, and he got double teamed, and the puck was just slid right off. But alertly, a big save there by Jace Ruth. So the 3-goal lead stands, and we're at the 16:40 mark as we've just started this 17-minute frame. And again, that top line out there. In between periods, I was visiting with Mike McCready, father there of Colin McCready. And McCready's right there on the side of the cage. Fekete has the puck taken off of his stick. Owen moves it back over to the near side. Kaiser gets hung up, and the puck bounces right in front. And there's Price, who pays the punishment, but is able to move the puck back to safety behind the cage. Again, Kaiser using some muscle, and he pool cues it back over to Fekete. Fekete up to Palo. Palo chops at it, and Valor is finally able to get it up and out of the zone. Fekete will take the zone and continues to skate through, but has it stripped off his stick, and it's taken back by Neal. Neal moves it back over to a matching 4. That's Kaiser, the cross-ice dump in, and Valor has time for a line change. And fanning off of it, and there is Walsh. Walsh tries to stick handle. It's taken off into the near side. Digby loses a stick there. And we've got, I believe, a hand pass. And so the face-off will stay deep in Chaparral's end. And so to the left-hand side of Ryan Burke. Valor has been opportunistic, scoring on their big opportunities, and that's really been the difference maker as Walsh takes a shot. Digby chases it down and puts a sharp angle shot right on the side of the cage. Back behind it is Brandhorst. Brandhorst moves it up the right-hand side, and it's picked back up by McNamee. McNamee back over to the Valor line, and defensively, Valor is able to chip it back out to center as Digby sweeps, and catching up to it is McCall for Chaparral. McCall coming out on the right-hand side as he's checked off the play by Majewski. That's Jack Majewski. And Digby lays a check as he steps into one as well. Digby back to his skates. Puck goes through his wickets, and it's Hardy coming up with it. Majewski tries to touch it up, but he knew Digby was offsides, and coming in is Hardy. Hardy is surrounded, has it taken off of his. And over on the far side is Walsh. Walsh puts it back in deep where Lloyd has it. Lloyd spins away from traffic and sends it up the wall. Bit of a buddy pass. Walsh was there, and stepping in was the defenseman. Payos rescues it, sends it over to McCall, and McCall, tumbling, is able to get his stick on it. And he goes for a skate on the forecheck and forces the play over on the far side. Buchanan was there and trying to pick up the puck. There's Buchanan, sweeping shot. Rollison on the doorstep, can't put it away. And the puck is chipped back out to center. We've got a 2-on-2 developing. Mundell loses it there, and it's softly up ahead. Here comes Rollison wide. He's got Payos. Payos, quick shot, and Payos puts it right on Burke, but Burke comes up big and keeps it. A 3-goal game with 14:03 remaining. We saw Rollison come down the right-hand side. That is not an easy shot as Payos comes in, and Payos has to pick up that puck as he's a right-handed shot coming down the right-hand side. He wastes no time to put that on net. So the face-off comes out, and sticking it there is Dylan Leonard. Leonard and McCready and Shea all play on the Littleton U18 midget major team. And the puck comes back over into the near side as Fekete shoulders to shoulder with Neal and takes him out. Puck is fed back up through center. Here comes Shea. Shea delivers it back over. Shea is sandwiched and goes tumbling into the end boards. And a bit awkwardly, Shea remains down. And Chaparral's bench is calling for a penalty as the puck came back over to the right-hand side to Shea. Shea was caught between a couple of Valor players, and on this ice, fresh ice of this third and final period, he didn't have much resistance once he hit the deck. Hopefully he's okay, and we see Landon Shea back on the ice here as he's getting a little bit of attention from his line mates. And coach is over on the far side. Hopefully he's okay and returns. Back over to Fekete. It glances off his stick, and it goes for icing. On the bench with George Gwozdecki tonight, Adrian Wiedemann and Dylan Wheeler is out there as well. On the bench, puck comes back up high. Here's the shot redirected by Ruth. Ruth has been solid again, seeing that puck from distance. He had a little bit of traffic in front of him. That came off the stick of Luke McCall, who sets up on that left off the boards, and he's a left-handed stick. As Chaparral's going to go for a line change, and this time they come back out with Mundell. Mundell, who has 7 goals this season, sets up. He's a right-handed stick, and he's sitting right behind Connolly. Connolly, who's shown as a defenseman, but has been playing forward today. In fact, he took that face-off. And here comes Valor, weaving through, and a nice little pass by Buchanan finds Rollison. Rollison back to the middle again for Payos. Payos doesn't have the shot, peels it off and back over to Kaiser. Kaiser puts it into the corner, and it ricochets over to the far side. Rollison guides it back up, and here's the shot, and it was a tip down by Buchanan, and that puck almost had a little bit more luck. That would have made it 5-1. Back over to Kaiser. Kaiser whips it around as it's held up there by Burke, lending a hand to his defenseman, Zaire. Zaire glances it off the boards. It's tough to handle there for number 9, Mundell, and it goes the distance. Back over Valor, and Muir hoists it up and out and into the Valor bench. So for Chaparral, you look at their remaining games. Chaparral has Pine Creek Doherty, and then they face Valor again. That's Saturday, February 27th. And then at the end of the season, they face Cherry Creek for their last game of the year. And those appear to be their toughest games. So for Chaparral, Chaparral had some probably a little bit easier games early in the season here, facing Lewis Palmer and Castleview, who's 0-5. Pine Creek is 0-4. The only team that had won a game that they played was Mountain Vista, who's 3-2. So with that, this is the first real challenge for Chaparral, and they trail 4-1 to Valor. Palo off the faceoff, ties up his man. Puck is swept to the line and poked free by Fekete. Here comes Fekete with the right-handed stick down the right-hand side, and he takes a shot as he is leveled into the end boards as well. And the save was made as Fekete took a nasty shot as he was tag teamed down there by a couple of Wolverines. And we'll see if we can pick this up on this replay. And here comes Fekete as he had a jump. and bearing down on him and delivering a big check as he got his shot off. And again, you just don't have any time to protect yourself as you're heading in towards those end boards. And so a dangerous play, but Fekete is back up. And so the teams have each traded checks on streaking players there, and hopefully both players are okay. That was Shea on one side of Fekete on the other. Glove down, back by McCall. McCall sweeps it back in, and chasing it back is Dylan Zier. Zier pressured by Payos. He peels off. And the puck comes back up the left wing wall where the captain has it, Mundell. Mundell a bit too far, but icing is waved off, and back behind is Connolly trying to jam it in over on the far side, and then for good measure, Blake Neal, the defenseman, pokes his nose in there too. As Valor is able to keep it a 3-goal game with 11:36 remaining on the clock. Jack Majewski's line will take this face-off with Jack going up against Youngkin. And Youngkin with Langerman over on the wall. And it's past Youngerman. Can't come to it. Puck is shot in. Lloyd chases it into the near side corner. And the puck is controlled by Price. Price with a nifty move works his way out and stick handles it and loses the puck there, but Burke covers it up. And a little pushing and shoving ensues between Digby and I believe that is number 17, Brennan Valencia. Digby having a conversation with the linesman, who laughs, and Digby takes his spot up against the boards as he's got Majewski with a right-handed stick. And sitting back is Charles. Let's see, the puck comes right back up. Here's Muir, and Muir's shot got deflected. Muir tries to hold the line, but it's chopped at and moved right back out by Leonard. Leonard chases it down and goes shoulder to shoulder, and the puck is deflected by Digby. Digby makes a nice play getting back. Comes up with the puck, and Digby moves the puck back out. And it's going to be tossed in cross ice feed by Dylan Zier. Time for Muir. Muir sweeps it up, and it's going to be an icing call as it's going to go back to Valor's end. So trying to connect on those passes and perhaps not recognizing that you've got a little bit more time than you think on a couple of accounts there. And so Valor has another defensive zone faceoff coming up, and Buchanan wins this one back as he takes it in that left-hand dot. Puck comes back over to the near side as Payos wedges it out. It's slid over to Neal. Neal looking into the cross ice, says Chaparral needs offensive possession here, and they get it. Puck comes back up to Neal. Neal's shot is deflected and rides up along the right-hand boards. Rolison shoulder to shoulder there with Zier, comes away with it. He's double-teamed by Connolly, and Payos steps in and takes it off Connolly's stick, but the puck is put back over to the far side. And stepping in is Rolison as Payos got taken off the puck. Puck comes back up high, punched down along the boards, and Payos is able to get a stick on it, but isn't able to get free from Neal. And play continues without a whistle as Zier finds his man over on the far side. Youngren weaves his way through past Price, but his centering pass gets deflected, and Payos circles back with Youngren on his backside. He'll move it back over to the captain, McCall. McCall over to Rolison, a little drop play as Price has to come in, and he's shouldered off the play there by Leonard. Leonard, this senior line between McCready, Leonard, and Leonard's got the puck over on the far side, and he buries it. Just as we said, this line is dangerous. Leonard comes in on the right-hand side, and he finds the bottom half of the net there. And so Leonard makes it 4-2 here in this third period. And you see him coming in on that right-hand side as Ruth is ready. and he got in tight quarters, and Ruth couldn't do much with that. So Leonard makes it 4-2, and at 9:25. So Leonard from McCready, I believe. And let's see what the energy level and how Valor responds with 9:15 remaining in the contest. Puck comes back over to Neal. Neal puts it back down along the end wall, and the blind centering feed is picked off by Rollison. Rollison tips it ahead, pass, and Payos goes for a chase. As shouldering him off is Neal, the top line defenseman. It's Payos, and he feeds it back up high. Lloyd's shot is deflected and didn't get through, and getting back cautiously is McCall, who has the puck, and a little back pass there to Lloyd. Carson Lloyd moves it back up through center, chipped by Rollison and recovered by Connolly. Connolly over to the right-hand side, and it's punched free. McCall tries to return the favor up to Buchanan. It's beyond him, and here comes Zaire. Zaire, the defenseman, takes the line, puts a shot on, deflected into the netting. 8:29 remaining in this third period. Valor leads 4-2. Off the face-off, it's jammed up the boards, and it's banked, and Digby chases it down. He goes from skate to stick over to the far side, right in front, as it was fed by Walsh, but Digby couldn't get a stick on it. And transitioning, here comes Chaparral, but a nice play by Majewski, and Walsh picks up the puck. Walsh on the right-hand side, Majewski over on his backhand side, picks up the puck, takes it down into the corner. He's chased off of it by Valencia, and coming away with the puck is Valencia back below. He feeds it back up high, and it comes over to John Connolly. Connolly with the line has Mundell sitting behind him. Mundell picks it up, shot right on the doorstep, shot, goal, and it's scored by number 27, John Connolly. We have a one-goal game with 7:46 remaining, 4-3, and all of a sudden, Chaparral has come alive, and the pucks that wouldn't go in the first and second are now coming in. And that shot, there was a lot of pressure put on in the bouncing puck, and the rebound comes over to the far side, and Ruth didn't have a shot at that one as Connolly puts it away, and we're at 4-3. So Connolly gets the goal, and we've got 7:46 remaining, and we've got a one-goal game. And a timeout as George Gwozdecki settles the troops and brings them in. If you look at the scoring for this Chaparral team, their scoring throughout the season has come in bunches, and they score more goals in the third period than any other period. But it's not by a lot. They're pretty even. But out of their 41 goals coming into this game, they scored 15 in the third period, 12 in the second, and 14 in the first. As for Valor, Valor is a second period team with 13 goals in the second. Of their 31 goals, Valor is a plus 25, and I think we mentioned it earlier, Chaparral is a plus 33, but with a couple of extra games. So that's where we sit with this team, with Chaparral having some goal scorers on it. We didn't have Langerman in the top couple, nor did we have Connolly, but they've come up big. Leonard, one of the top goal scorers as well. We're ready to go. Let's set the stage for you. Top line out there for Valor, and Jack Majewski is out, or Rollison is out there, excuse me, and he slides it back over, and Payos is challenged immediately, but he's able to get the puck up, but not deep. It's Youngkin with the puck. He finds a man over on the far right-hand side. That's Connolly. Connolly hits the brakes, and he looks for an outlet. He'll tuck it back behind for Youngren. Youngren sends it up the boards. Buchanan is there. Buchanan continues to battle but the puck is chopped at by Neal and put back below the Valor line. Comes back over to Rollison, stepping in from his deep position and missing the puck there. And here comes Rollison. Rollison takes the line. He's got Buchanan behind him. Buchanan, though, but the pass is tipped off of Buchanan's stick. Coming back is Payos, chopped at, and it's punched back below the Chaparral goal line. Coming away with it is Zaire. Zaire banks it off the mid-ice boards, and it's number 9 putting it in is Mundell. Puck comes back over to McCall. McCall looks for a little head man, and he glances it deftly off of the glass line. Picked up by Paolo, and it's put in deep. Held up there by Hardy. Hardy is challenged. Paolo is there. Paolo gets a stick on it, chases it up near the left wing boards. It's tucked back low, and it's hoisted back out to center. And here comes a foot chase here as McCall yields. Here's the shot, and it's a save by Ruth as it goes off of his glove side. Comes back up. Centering feed as looking for it again was McCready as he got that feed from Shea. But as Shea is back out there, number 28. Puck comes back over. Paolo finds the man. It's Fecati in the middle. Fecati shot goal! Fecati scores! Making it 5-3 with 6:08 remaining. Beautiful pass, and Fecati makes it 5-3 as he got a beautiful feed by Paolo. Paolo fed that right over, and you can't ask for a better opportunity, and it goes low just over the pad of Burke. And it is a 2-goal game now, reestablished with 6:08 remaining. And we're back to the live action. Digby tips it, and chasing it back down is number 17, Valencia. Valencia sets up behind Burke's cage, moves it back over to the right-hand side to Lagerman, who's got a goal tonight. Puck is back over to Youngren. Youngren works his way past Owen. Youngren has a man in the middle, and the shot goes off the cage, picked back up by Owen, and headman back over to the far side. Jack Majewski takes the line. He's got a man near side. It goes past the defenseman Owen. Owen centers it up. Bouncing puck is settled by Walsh, but Walsh gives it away, and we've got a foot race for it again. It's McCready. McCready has his stick lifted. Excuse me, that was Sick Brandhorst, not McCready 8. And the Chaparral jerseys have a blue band, which you can see about half the number on the backside. But we've got a slashing call, so this is going to go against Valor. And going into the box is Digby. So the third power play of the game for Chaparral comes with 5:24 remaining in this third period. So Digby goes for a slash. And thus far, Chaparral is 1 for 2. They scored on Price's penalty. And that's where we stand right now. So here we go, setting the stage. 5:24 remaining, 2 minutes up on the board. Puck is quickly moved back over to the right-hand side. Deflected as the defenseman over there, Leonard, is playing defense. He's a forward, and Payos has the puck. Payos, little toe drag move. He's forced back behind the cage and is taken off. Connolly has it. Connolly makes a move, but it's stripped off his stick by his own teammate. That's Leonard. Puck is moved right back over to McCready. McCready reverses from left to right, takes the zone. He's matched up with Buchanan, and fellow number 8. Puck comes back up high, swept over to Connolly. Connolly looking back down low. He's got Mundell. Mundell back to Connolly, straight ahead. Connolly to Mundell, top of the circle. Here's the shot. Ricochets over on the far left side boards. Connolly picks it up, sweeps it quickly to Mundell. Back down low, centering feed. Mundell, backhander. Another opportunity. Net is off the moorings. And the Chaparral bench wants an explanation, but that was a good play, and there was a lot of traffic in front. Ruth makes the save, so with 1:12 remaining in the power play, let's set the stage for you. As Price's line is out there, so you've got Price taking the face-off. He's got Rollison on one side and Lloyd on the other, and back behind is Owen. Owen with the puck for Valor, scales it hard off the glass, but gloved down by Connolly. Connolly has it stripped off his stick by Rollison with a heady play. Leonard settles back behind Burke's cage with 57 seconds remaining in the power play. Over on the far side, Connolly flanked by Price. Price gives him a stick check, and Owen tries to take him off of it. Lloyd gets there, can't get it out. Puck is held in. Here comes Chaparral back up to the right-hand side. Picked back up by Leonard. Leonard dancing in front of Price. Swings it back over to Connolly. Connolly down low. Here's the quick shot, and that one gets deflected off of Mundell's stick. Can't get to it. And Leonard puts his man into the boards. Valor fans want a penalty. They're not going to get this one. Puck comes back over. Here comes Leonard, and the shot goes up and over the cage of Ruth. With 20 seconds remaining in the power play, Valor is able to get a stick on it and move the puck back out to center. Puck is hammered down, and that'll almost do it. 10 seconds remaining. One last rush here from Chaparral, but it's chopped off Leonard's stick and handled by Zaire. Zaire quickly moves it over to Lagerman, and Valor is back to full strength as Digby enters the scene. And there's Digby pressuring, and Chaparral is upended. Paolo with the puck, shot in the ricochet over on the far side. Fekete was looking for his second. Paolo gets a shot near side. Loose puck comes free, back over to Neal. Neal works it up the left wing boards and avoids a heavy check from Digby, who had him in his sights. Here comes McCall. McCall with 2:58 remaining finds Digby. Digby at center ice. Hoists it back in. Paolo will go for a skate. And meanwhile, Paolo gets there first, and he takes a heavy check from Neal. New line up there for Coach Gwozdecki. Stepping in past Larson. And this is that fourth line coming out. And a quick shot. This one is deflected. Paolo is there, jams it up and out to center. With time, Larson on the forecheck, chasing down Hardy. Hardy back behind the cage, rims it around the left wing boards. Bouncing puck comes back out to center, but it finds the stick of Kaiser. Ryan Kaiser with time finds Larson, skips off his stick. McConnell's there, sweeps past it, and the shot just over to the far side almost caught Ruth. Puck comes back over to the right-hand boards, picked back up by 21 Hardy. Hardy jams it back down below the line, into the corner. And working it back past McConnell, and Kaiser comes away with it. Kaiser with a bit of time. This time he looks for the empty net as Chaparral has pulled Burke. He misses there with 1:52 remaining in the contest. Calling for it up front is McCready. The pass goes through, and with an empty net, it's Kaiser with the puck. He guides it along corner to corner, back up to the point, and here comes Valor, is able to get it back out to center. Settled there by McNamee. McNamee finds a man over on the near side, but the hot pass is too hot to handle, and it banks off the boards. So Burke returns to the cage. Good end-to-end action here in the final minutes of this contest. Valor leads 5-3 with 1:28 remaining. Off to face-off. Payos wins it down in deep. Price is there. Price trying to hold off his man, is able to tuck it back behind. Rollison on the forecheck. Payos plays high. Payos stabs at it, is able to hang on to it there, and he'll drag some time off the clock as he keeps it along the boards. Gets some help from Rollison. Rollison pokes it free. Rollison keeps it down low, as a last resort is back up high. Rollison back down. He's bodied up by Neal, the big defenseman. Neal is able to get a stick on it and chase it down into the left wing boards as the final minute is counting down at this point. Back over to McCall. McCall with some time, and he sends a long one that gets deflected. And back down, Neal's in the corner. Neal will hold it there for the icing call. So 41 seconds remaining. And again, Burke will take his place in the net as Logan Buchanan will take this face-off. And the puck is swept back up to the point, held there by Owen. Owen pokes it back in to the Chaparral end, and with 32 seconds remaining, Chaparral has one last rush. It's Leonard on his backhand, tries to take it up and over the dot. Here's the loose puck, comes up to McCready, and that shot, loose puck and a shot scored is by Leonard. So Dylan Leonard gets his second goal of the game, And looking at this, that was McCready. And McCready comes in, and that left-handed shot as the traffic in front of him was down low. So McCready scores with 17 seconds remaining, making it 5-4. And McCready with 17 seconds. So just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, it's a one-goal game. Evan Payos will take this face-off going up against the Leonards. So it's top line versus top line. And Burke is out of the cage for Ryan Finnefrock. He doesn't have time to pull his goalie. He's only got now 19 seconds. And winning the face-off forward and trying to drag it in is Leonard. Leonard pokes it back down. McCall with it. McCall holding it up against the wall as he takes a beating from behind. Puck squirts free over to the near side, and Rollison is going to get to it. And Rollison sweeps it out, and that's going to do it as the final seconds melt off the clock. Final score, 5-4. Valor defeats Chaparral in a terrific game filled with power plays, shorthanded goals, breakaways, and huge saves. And Valor, for the first big test of the season here against within its division, comes out victorious. So Valor within the division goes to 5-0, and Chaparral goes to 6-1. So we look forward to tomorrow's game for Valor, and that game again is versus Doherty, and that game is at 2:20. So we look forward to having you once again on the Shaw Hockey Productions. Final score, Valor defeats Chaparral 5-4. I'm Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on Shaw Hockey Productions. Thanks for watching.